Day 1. The jury sits down. Within minutes, they're watching Sean Diddy Combs beating his girlfriend senseless. 7 weeks later, they'd see evidence so disturbing, some couldn't look. Sean Combs built an empire on beats, rhymes, and ruthless ambition. Bad boy records, fashion lines, vodka brands. For 3 decades, he was untouchable, the king of hip-hop culture. But empires built on fear eventually crumble from within. September 2024, federal agents storm his mansions. March 2025, the trial begins. Racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation for prostitution. The charges read like a crime syndicate playbook, and at the center of it all, freak-offs. Diddy's term for the sexual marathons that prosecutors say he orchestrated through violence, drugs, and manipulation. Cassandra Ventura, Cassie, was just 19 when Diddy signed her to Bad Boy Records. What started as a record deal became 11 years of captivity. From 2007 to 2018, she lived in Diddy's shadow, enduring what prosecutors called a pattern of systematic abuse, rape, and forced sexual performances. The 2016 hotel surveillance video showed the world what Cassie had endured in private. Punches, kicks, dragging her down a hallway like garbage. After the assault, her text to him revealed everything. "I'm not a rag doll, I'm somebody's child." But Diddy's response wasn't remorse. It was a $100,000 payment to hide the evidence. For 4 days on the witness stand, Cassie detailed the disgusting encounters Diddy forced her into, watching as she performed with male sex workers during multi-day sessions fueled by drugs and intimidation. When she tried to leave the relationship, he raped her. When she threatened to expose him, he threatened to release their sex tapes. Jane entered Diddy's world in 2021. Forced sexual encounters, financial dependency, escalating violence. "I'm not an animal, I need a break," she pleaded with Diddy during recorded conversations played in court. His response was always the same: more pressure, more control. When she tried to resist, he put her in a chokehold and punched her in the face. "You're not going to ruin my night like this," he told her before forcing her into another encounter. Jane's text messages revealed her desperation. "Ever since I opened Pandora's box, I haven't been able to close it." Diddy's reply: "Girl, stop." Even as she testified against him, Jane admitted something that stunned the courtroom. Despite everything he did to her, she still loves him. The psychology of abuse laid bare for 12 jurors to witness. Scott Cudi, Kid Cudi, made a fatal mistake in late 2011. He dated Cassie. The home invasion was just the beginning. A few weeks later, Kid Cudi's car exploded in flames. No evidence directly linked Diddy to the bombing, but Cudi knew. "I knew he had something to do with it," he testified. The message was clear: cross Diddy's romantic territory, and you'll pay with blood and fire. This wasn't business. It was personal vendetta, carried out with the resources of a criminal enterprise. Employees pressed into service as accomplices, violence as the first resort, not the last. Baby oil, lubricant, Viagra, AR-15 rifles. Federal agents found it all during raids on Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami mansions. The freak-off. Supplies were stockpiled like military rations, industrial quantities for marathons that could last for days. George Kaplan, one of 6 personal assistants who testified, described cleaning up after these sessions. Liquor bottles, drugs, and baby oil coating hotel rooms like crime scenes. David James testified about stocking rooms with condoms, cocaine, ketamine, and ecstasy. The logistics of human trafficking disguised as party planning. But the weapons revealed Diddy's true nature. Handguns on his lap during confrontations, AR-15s in his bedroom. This wasn't just sexual coercion, it was an armed criminal organization with Diddy as its dictator, demanding absolute submission through the implicit threat of violence. 6 personal assistants, all testified for the prosecution. All enabled the machine that destroyed lives. Brendan Paul bought the drugs, cocaine, ketamine, ecstasy, marijuana. David James stocked the rooms with supplies and weapons. George Kaplan cleaned up the aftermath and stayed silent about the violence he witnessed. What turned Sean Combs from a music mogul into a predator? Absolute power. For 30 years, he controlled careers, fortunes, dreams. Record deals could make or destroy artists. Endorsements could create or eliminate wealth. When you can control someone's professional life, controlling their personal life becomes inevitable. The freak-offs weren't about sex, they were about dominance, forcing victims to perform while he watched, established the hierarchy. He was the director, they were the actors. Resistance meant career death. The psychological manipulation was surgical. By the time victims realized they were trapped, Diddy controlled their income, their housing, their social connections, and their ability to seek help. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That's what federal agents found during their raids. 1,000 bottles, not for personal use, for industrial-scale sexual coercion. Along with the lubricant, drugs, and weapons came terabytes of digital evidence. Text messages, travel records, financial transactions, and videos of the freak-offs. For decades, hip-hop culture celebrated excess, dominance, and sexual conquest. Music videos featured women as props. Lyrics glorified violence and control. The question is, what happens to the culture that created him? Hip-hop must reckon with its demons. The entertainment industry must examine its enabling. And we must ask ourselves, how many other open secrets are we willing to ignore until federal prosecutors force us to confront the truth? What do you think? Will this trial change the entertainment industry, or will it just be another celebrity scandal forgotten in 6 months? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more investigations into the stories that shape our world.